What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? It is Jason Jani. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 big tips for DJ sales in 2022 and even 2023. So if you're a DJ watching this video and you're struggling with sales, you're struggling with closing opportunities, struggling with landing opportunities, or you're struggling with couples keep ghosting you after you've had a great conversation with you, I made this video for you. And I'm going to share with you 5 things that I see a lot of people missing the mark on in terms of sales. And I'm using my experience, the things that I've gone through as a performer, as a business owner, to help pay it forward and to help share with you so that you can earn more opportunities in the future and hopefully do more events after you implement this stuff real time into your sales conversations when people are reaching out to you for their events. And I'm going to steer this conversation primarily in the wedding space, but just know that you can apply this conversation to any type of event, no matter where you are in the world. It's all relative to who you are, what you do, and who's reaching out to you. But these sales tips are golden, and they've helped me and helped our crew at SE do so much. So I'm sharing it with you here in hopes of helping you. Now, before I get started, if you connect to any one of these topics, any one of these ideas, or you learn anything from the conversation, I would highly encourage you to smash the thumbs up button. And if you have any questions, be sure to list them in the comments field down below. I'll take the time to answer anyone and everyone that presents a question regarding any of the topics covered here in this video, and I just appreciate you being here. Starting things off, I think it's super important to set the framework in terms of understanding what the couple or what the client or what the person that's reaching out to you is trying to do. So tip number 1 is all about understanding the framework for what they're trying to do, their need, their event, their vision, and all the parameters around why they're reaching out to you. Take the time to listen, and listening is a big part of this process for DJs. You have to listen to what they're describing to you and take notes if you need to. Make sure you understand the location, understand the event type, understand the theme if they have one, and understand what the results are that they're trying to achieve, and take notes. Make sure that you keep in mind everything that's going on in this conversation. It is super important that you, as the service provider, understand exactly what their goals are, and that will help you for everything moving forward. Once you understand the vision, the vibe, and all the things that this client is trying to achieve with your service, then you can present your how, your what, your why. So talk about you, and don't make it entirely about you, but you can start off by just sharing who you are, where you come from, what you've done in your life, and then present your how you do what you do, your processes, the systems that you use, and what the process looks like once they move forward after this conversation ends. Set realistic expectations and set the groundwork for how you will be working with them moving forward. I think it's super important for you to clearly explain the value you bring to the table as the professional and how it will benefit them in the future. That's this step of the overall process. Step number 3 is all about content. Content for the win. It doesn't matter if you have pictures on your phone, if you have videos on your phone, if you're referring them to your Instagram Reel page or your TikTok page or your website or your YouTube channel. Make sure you have some kind of content to reinforce the results that you are saying you are capable of being able to deliver. If you have content that is the same event type and even from the same venue, even if a different vision, and you share that, you position yourself as an expert in the conversation. And I think this is the part of the equation that a lot of people miss the mark on. It is so important that you are cataloging your content. I've got a lot of videos on content. I'm going to share one over here if you haven't seen it. This is the part of the process that you use content to reinforce the message that you just delivered about what you're capable of doing and what the results are for having you involved. Show people the why. Show people what happens if they book you and what the results of having you can be. Content for the win, this part of the process. Tip number 4 is kind of like an overlying principle that has to be laced throughout this entire conversation from the minute you get on the phone or when that inquiry first comes into your inbox or your messages or whatever. And it's about being authentically and unapologetically you. Be you. Don't try to pretend you're someone that you're not. Don't try to say you're capable of doing things that you're not comfortable doing if you don't think you can do it. Be you. Be authentic, be real, and be transparent. I think people can sniff and smell BS when it's positioned to them. And if you are authentically you in this conversation, you are passionate about the conversation, you are being honest with them and yourself, you are setting yourself up for success. So this tip is really about you and your tone throughout this entire conversation. Be real. Be authentic and don't try to emulate someone else. Just be you. There's only one of you. Be proud of it and share why you are the best fit for their celebration. Last tip is about being professional. And I think it is super important that if you are someone that is meeting with people, that you are prompt in the follow-up. You are prompt in the return of messages. If someone reaches out to you, that either you or your team promptly reply. I think staying on top of the messages, being available for people should they have questions, and actually replying to them immediately is a big part of the process. I can't tell you how many times I've heard of DJs losing opportunities because they just failed to reach back out. They failed to reply to a message and someone moved on because they're having other conversations and this is important to them. And this is one check on a big list of things that they have to do. So don't lose sight of that. If someone reaches out to you, make sure that you take the time to respond to them immediately or as soon as possible. And don't lose sight of it being a business relationship at first. I think that is the tip here. Be professional, be responsive, and stay on top of all of the inquiries, all of the messages, all of the things that are sent to you, especially if you've already connected with people. These 5 tips are gold. And if you're a DJ struggling with sales, I hope you put these tips into play because it will help you in the future. I promise you that. If you have any questions on any of the tips I mentioned here, throw them in the comments field down below. And I've got another video for you to check out about sales. And I'm going to put it right over here. Just check it out.